Our inner self is a peaceful one, and I would like to visit it more often. Really, that's what that has kept me, because I like to visit my inner self rather than my exterior all the time, where it's more chaotic and more exposed to the emotions of things happening around me. Yeah. So I would say that is one thing that kept me going and going. Um, Meditation has served me well. I think for newcomers, we shouldn't make it too complicated sounding for them. One way of starting out with meditation is actually to have the don't care attitude. When you sit down, just don't care, right? So the moment you craft a lot of steps for the newcomer to meditate, you confuse them. You confuse them, and I think like the Sufi method of meditation is much simplified. I went through that as well. So some look at candle tip of candle flame, some will just focus on a black dot, stuff like that. So there are different methods, and I think the simple methods would be easier for the newcomer to get in. I mean, doing the heart center meditation and chakras and all that is pretty good as well. Uh, but it's not as simple as some of the more elementary methods. So for the newcomers who are really lost and haven't gone through 7 day transformation journey yet, I think they can do more simple stuff and get into the meditative uh, mode.
Comers as well. They can pick it
Yeah, I
up.
think in the beginning it's better to listen to the guided meditation so that you get into a rhythm and a habit and a conditioning as well, in a way that when you listen to that music, you get into that mood, the meditative mood and the frequency as
Mm.
well. So it's good to start with guided. But I think after some time, you can do the same without the music and without the guidance, guided voice. For those people who are having a very busy schedule and going through the day tired at the end, right? Is the more that they need to meditate. These are people that's more urgently needed to meditate. I would suggest that if you're really rushing through your day to day, doing chores and all that, which takes up physical time, right? You may choose to still meditate every day, but maybe not for 1 hour. If you do not have the time, then maybe you meditate 10 minutes in the morning and 10 minutes in the evening before you sleep. Is that still meditation? You're still getting back into your rhythm of silencing yourself every day, rather than saying, "Oh, today no time, I skip." So you skip because you are too busy, and because you're too busy, all the more you need to meditate. You know, I remember Guru said that if you meditate regularly, right, you don't age physically. So if you start at 40, you remain looking like 40. If you start at 50, then you remain as 50. So it's better to start young. If you start at 30, then you keep looking very young,
Yes.
because somehow the body self-repair better when your mind is relaxed. So our body, by the way,
Definitely.
is perpetually self-renew, self-generating cells, right? The cells every 1 second, 10 million cells are replaced, right? So I think the replication of these cells will be better if your mind is relaxed, if you're not stressed out. Yeah, I would say just jump in. Don't think so much. I mean, it's a couple of $100 and 7 days of your time. Very, very small investment, and it's not something that you will ever regret at all. I can guarantee you that. In fact, the course has a guarantee as well, in that if you're not happy, it's all money back, right? So there's no risk. It's a time-tested program. I think thousands of people have attended the course and benefited from it. So I would say it's a no-brainer. Just go and do it. You find
Very,
out things
very
about yourself. You find out things about yourself you have forgotten or never knew. How interesting, right? think the world needs more people to live magnificently, and everybody has their own passions and life and own path. So they don't all have to be like Michael Chua. However, since you asked the question about acting, I would say that acting, there's one major thing you need to master is to get into character. To get into character, your mind must be empty, right? Because only with an empty mind, then you can put in the new character in your mind and tell your body to perform as the new character. Okay, so this is acting 101. Besides that, there are some commercial aspects of acting, because you want to get paid, right? I mean, if it's just acting amateur theater or films, then this is enough. But in commercialized acting, then you need to know what kind of characters are in demand and what is trendy. Um, and how can you offer something more than your competitor? How can you reinvent yourself, etc., etc. Yeah, unfortunately, you have to do all these things to keep yourself in the game and to keep continue to get gigs and get paid and to sustain yourself in the industry. Okay, that's the
A
acting
lot of
part.
research, huh?
The research comes when you are working on a character, but if you are not on a gig, you still have to do a lot of work to improve yourself. For instance, to speak clearly. Uh, let's say if you speak Singlish every day, right? Every day, every moment you speak Singlish. Then you go on set and you have to speak proper English for that particular production. And then you realize that you're not used to speaking proper English. So there's some adjustments needed to speak proper English. That adjustment is extra energy taken, right? Because you go from Singlish to English, there's extra energy needed. Whereas if you always speak proper English, to water it down to Singlish is easier, right? So always minimize what you have to incur in terms of energy on set. Get yourself prepared. The moment you go on set, you're already prepared. You're already ready to go, plug and play. So that means language. In the case of Singapore, unfortunately, if you want to stay in the game, you need to be bilingual, either Tamil English or English Mandarin, or for my case, I even do Malay and I do dialects. I do Hokkien, Teochew, Cantonese. So I get enough gigs to feed myself. So languages, speak the language well. And being fluent is not enough. You have to be natural in the language. Natural and fluent is different. I leave it for you to suss it out. What else? I always network, get in touch with people, get yourself prepared, because luck is where opportunity meets preparation, right? So you always prepare yourself in one hand, and then you're networking, and when the opportunity comes, it gets together, and you say people will say that you're lucky, but actually you've been working on all this all the time. Yeah, so that is in a gist how you can survive as an actor. Obviously, meditation again, empty up your mind and get into character and do well. And then also when you meditate regularly, you emit a very good vibration, and you'll be very liked by people without them knowing. They don't know why they like you, but they like you. It's just because you meditate regularly and you have a nice aura. It's
All right.
attractive. Yeah. So that's the
Definitely
acting part. Yeah.
so definitely we will get a very good glow, like what we can see from you now. The glow
My
is always
my
there.
glow is because from the extra light.
No, your glow was even up to KL, remember? So
Oh yeah,
that
that one
there was
was
no
that
extra
one.
light.
That's fantastic. I mean, we have to watch ourselves. I mean, we when we have disappointments and all that, we can drop suddenly. So we have to watch ourselves to always to bring to vibrate at the highest level. And this is easiest done when you do meditation regularly. So your always vibration is high. But even when you're doing regularly, in the middle of the day, something disappoints you, you might get very upset and then you start dropping. And when you're in the bottom, guess what? People like to kick you. They don't even know why they feel like giving you a punch, but they will. They love to. Yeah, maybe they can't get away with it. That's why they don't do it, but they love to give you a punch because your vibration suggests that. Your vibration will attract people like that to give you a punch. Whereas if you're vibrating very high level, you conversely attract people who likes you, who likes to forgive you for returning the library book late, for example. No fine, no problem, that kind of stuff. So it's very important that even when we are having problems, is to keep the spirit up. Very important. I do it in a way as protecting myself because I've been in a situation when I have problems and my spirit dropped down without me knowing. And I got people trying to take advantage of me. Like when I was having that chronic pain in my back, there are there are people who try to cheat me out of money because it was so painful and you can't control. Your spirits went down and down and down and down, right? And when that happened, people will try and cheat you of money. Charlatans, people who claim that they are spiritual healers, they just want money, uh, or some quackery. Some people who knows a bit of massage will try to bluff you that, oh no, and tell you this is bad. You got to come back every week, so that I can help you. So where else if even in pain, if imagine even in pain, if I kept my spirit up, these quacks and charlatans will not come near because it's a vibration they are not comfortable with. Is this person is so confident and so at peace? My trick probably won't work on him, so I'm not going to try even. You know, it works. Try that. I mean, next time you have a problem, remember, don't bring your. You gotta put up a brave face. If you can't bring up your vibration, at least put up a facade. Fake it until you make it, right?
Mm.
It's like they say, if you are depressed, right, don't go like that. You get more depressed. Try sitting up and breathing. At least for a few seconds, your spirit is up. Remember, in a length of perpetual pain, right? In the length of perpetual pain, a few seconds of no pain is eternity. Is paradise. So don't think that
True,
you can
true.
always conquer it in one chunk. No, sometimes nibbles by bits and bits. When I was in pain, right? Uh, some mornings when I wake up, I said it's only slightly less painful than the day before. I had a happy day because it's slightly better than the day before. Then the next day, if it's slightly better than the day before also, then it's compound interest, right? It's one day improvement, but one day improvement is compounded. You might not think it's a lot, but if it's over 10 days, bit by bit, you have healed yourself substantially. So I think the challenge for most attendees is that when they get out, then they feel that they are still encountering problems. The expectation is like they thought that magic is going to happen. That shit will never happen. No, it still happens. It's how you react to it and how you tell your mind, right? The soul is in charge. The soul is still in charge. Tell your mind to how to run your body. And the moment that happens, you change your vibration, and at least things have a better chance to change. Correct? If you get more and more dull and depressed, right, it's not going to help you. Worrying does not help. We all know it, but we all worry. Why? So now sometimes I just learn not to worry. Don't care. The don't care attitude is good if appropriately applied. Believe me, needs. I would say have faith in what you have learned from the 7-day transformation journey. Uh, the problems that you meet, take them as challenges rather than something that will bog you down, no matter how big. No matter how big the problem is, guess what? Tomorrow you'll still be there, right? Unless you kill yourself. But tomorrow you'll still be there, no matter what life goes on. So given that kind of positive thinking, then your mind has a chance, you have a chance to overcome your problem uh, by using the methods taught in the course. Yeah, that's like what I can say. It's quite hard to have a one message for different people. Some people may be falling in love and falling out of love, or short of money, or too much money, no friends, that kind of stuff. So everybody is different. Yeah, but
As
the
long
basic the basic thing is still that the 7D has taught those principles of how the universe operates and how we can synchronize with those frequencies. I think the methods of meditation and beliefs and all that has already been inculcated. We just need to continue them. It doesn't cost you another extra penny at all, right? Sitting down and switching your mind off doesn't cost you any money at all. Just a bit of time, and that is like Guru said, polishing the diamonds, right? So after that, you come out sparkling. No extra cost. I mean, what else can you ask for, right?